So what is the main difference between species, populations, and communities? Because in biology or integrated science or general science as we call it now, one of the most common questions you would face is to define what species are and how they are different from populations and community. So what exactly are species? So if you look at this, we have a rabbit. So we have one rabbit here and another rabbit here. So these two rabbits can actually reproduce to form a baby rabbit. So because this rabbit and this rabbit can give birth to produce this rabbit, then refer to the rabbit as belonging to the same species. So all living things of the same kind that can reproduce. So the main word is to reproduce. So keep that in mind. Reproduce to form fertile offspring. I think that makes sense. So if you have individual organisms of the same kind that can reproduce to form new organisms that are fertile, then know that the two organisms that are able to reproduce are known to be belonging to the same species. So there are certain organisms that can reproduce but will not form fertile offsprings. Then those organisms do not belong to the same species. So keep that in mind. For example, a horse and a donkey can reproduce but do not form fertile offsprings. So because of that, they are not belonging to the same species. So now we understand what species are. Let's see exactly what population means. What exactly is what population? What is population? So we know what species are. Now we have one rabbito, another rabbit, and a third rabbit. But if you look at this picture out here, we have a lot of them out here. You can count, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of them here. So living things of the same species in a particular area in a given time form what you call population. So we have all of these rabbits, all of them here, belonging to the same species, and they are all in a particular area in a given time. All of them together form what we call population. So it makes sense when, for example, a country, when they decide to check the population of the country, they count only humans. So to be more specific, we would say the population of humans in that country. So the population of humans in that country, meaning we are looking for all the humans in that area. Why? Because all of us belong to the same species. What about community? What exactly is a community? How does a community differ from species and population? And what's the similarity between them? If you look at this, we have a rabbit here. We have a certain bird here. A bird here, a bird. They have a deer here. They have some butterflies or some insects out here. You can see that these are different species of living things. And for even the plants, we also have a plant here. So all the different living things that belong to different species or belonging to different populations, all of them coming together, interacting together is what we refer to as a community. So basically, that's what a community means. So you can see all the different populations that live and interact in the same area are known as a community. For example, rabbits, the grasses, the trees, the birds, the insects, all of them come together to form a community. So if we actually want to understand what community means in science, for example, wherever you are, the goat in your area, the sheep in your area, the dog, And you, all of you out there, plus the plants and grasses out there, form a community. And then if you pick only the humans, all the humans there belonging to the same species, all of you in a particular area form a population. And individual organisms that can reproduce to form fertile offsprings is also referred to as species. I think that makes sense. See you in our next lesson.